New based on custom template option. In addition to new option, this option is designed to ease the test and save time. It is possible for you to create a default template in accordance with your needs, and when necessary, by loading this template, apply the saved changes. First mode, custom template. In custom template, you can create a template by using device template, report template, or decimal places template modes. This can be explained by creating a template. To do so, in Preferences, in Room section, you can create a template from Device Template and Template Report Package or Decimal Places template. For example, after entering Preferences window, in Decimal Places template section, for sequence of room, select and apply volt as the unit for voltage in template. Enter Webco in name and manufacturer fields in Device section, and then by applying the settings, save these changes as a template. Now, to use these templates in the rooms, you need to select the Save templates. If you open Decimal Places in Sequence of Room, you can see that the changes made in Preferences is not applied to this section. Now, to apply the template by clicking on New based on Template in New window, you can see the Custom Template and Save Template radio buttons. By selecting Custom Template radio button, you can specify which of the three mentioned sections is to be applied to the new file. Then by confirming the settings by selecting OK, you can view the applied changes. Second mode, Save Template. In Save Template, you can specify the default necessary window arrangements and the number of the fields. To better understand this, select the State Type Continuous, open Vector View window and specify the desired size. Then select Save as Template from File menu and select a title for it. If you wish to apply your specified template in a new room, you need to click on New based on Template and select Save Template radio button. In the end, select the desired template and apply it.